Good day, I'm Jamaica Maghanoy, and my topic is the last report, which is the interrelationship of contemporary, popular, and emergent literature. In this topic, we will know how the contemporary literature, the popular, and the emergent literature are related with each other. So now, let's start with the contemporary literature. So the contemporary literature starts in the 1940s up to the 1960s. It is a literary era or a time period started at the end of the World War II, in which a vast group of written works were produced. A contemporary literature is also describes a particular style and a quality of writing. So, when can we say that a written work is a literature? So, a written work is considered as a literature if it upholds the highest writing standards and contains a particular beauty and style. Thus, the writings in this literary era are not just mere writings, but they are following a certain writing standards and a particular style. There are various characteristics of the literature in the contemporary era. These are, first, stories are reality-based, and there is strong characters and a believable story. And settings usually keep to the current or modern era. The third one, well-defined, realistic, and highly developed characters are important. Lastly, feature stories that are more character-driven than plot-driven. Some of the examples of the literature in this era are The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Ballinger, The Rabbit Run by John Updike, and Beloved, which is a novel written by Toni Morrison. So let's go to the popular literature. So popular literature starts in the 19th to the 20th century. It contains writings that are intended for the masses and those that find favor with large audiences. Popular literature designed primarily to entertain. It does not seek high degree of formal beauty and refinement. So it is the exact opposite of the writings in the contemporary literature, which it upholds a high standard of writing, while in popular literature it aims to entertain, and does not aim or seek a high degree of formal beauty and standard of writing. The common genres of the popular literature are under the romance, the science fiction, detective story, comic books, and cartoon strips. So some examples of in the popular literature are the Jack and the Ripper in the London Fog, The Great Gatsby, and the novel written by Harper Lee, which is the To Kill a Mockingbird. And now, lastly, the emerging literature. Emerging literature starts in the 21st century up to the present. It is an integration of a traditional and technological-driven form of literature. Literature under the emerging literatures are emerging and trending. That's the key word. They are emerging and trending. There could be an emerging theme or genre of literature that is being written about during the current period. We are transcending the limitations of print-based text into this incredible realm of possibility through advanced technology. In this way, the internet has made it possible for students to take these non-traditional texts as revisit them so that they may analyze them through the use of internet. Therefore, although literature has to change with society, authors are still trying to address immutable human questions in new ways and reconcile them with the ever-changing technology that surrounds us. More traditional forms of literature, including novels, plays, and poetry, have been less successful in conforming to new technology. Various forms of electronic literature, including the hypertext or the interactive literature or the interactive fiction, the animated poetry, and even SMS or text message fiction, have grown.
These are some of the examples of emergent literature: Tribulation of a Cashier by Anna Sam, and Brandon J. Middleton's The Falcon Can Hear the Falconer. To sum it up, contemporary literature refers to the literary works published after the World War II to the current day. It can also be defined as the literature that came post-modern literature. Contemporary word signifies the prevalent culture encompassing the popular art, music, and literature. Works in contemporary literature mainly includes believable stories with a base in reality. The characters are strong and believable while the setting is in the modern era. Moreover, stories in contemporary literature are considered to be more character driven than plot driven. Some genres of this period include flash fiction, slam poetry, memoirs, autobiographies, novels, and poetry. On the other hand, popular literature refers to the literary work written for a very huge audience. It doesn't have to do anything with a strict time period, but the work should cater to a large audience to classify it into popular literature. And lastly, the emergent literature is more of an adjective used for the literary work that is emerging and trending. There could be an emerging theme or genre of a literature that is being written about during the current period.
And that would be all. Thank you.